Boys and girls, in this video, it's a raw video, so it's not professional at all. It's not going to be any cuts, no edits, not that there is ever. But I'm just going to be pretty much reviewing my 2024 goals because I made a video at the start of the year of my 2024 goals. At that time, I was running a digital marketing agency, trying to run a digital marketing agency called Alivo. Ended up shutting that down about a month into 2024, not because I'm a quitter. No, not just to clarify, it's not because I was a quitter. It was because I lacked a few skill sets, which I needed to learn in order to actually have a successful business. So I put my ego aside, got a mentor to learn those skill sets that I didn't currently have. Now I've pretty much not mastered that skill set, but become competent at the skill sets in certain areas of business that I was lacking. So yeah, that's for some context. So pretty much with my goals, so money in pretty much for the business was I wanted to make $100,000 in revenue. I wanted to spend money in social media advertising, and I wanted to implement systems of like paid ads, referral programs, business partners, free content, and then sales funnels. Now, they were the business goals, which are pretty weird goals to be honest, because they're not really like. I think goals now should be more output focused, and you focus on like numbers and tangibles and not inputs, which some of the systems and stuff were inputs. But it is crazy to see some of the stuff 12 months ago, which I didn't understand at all. So like paid ads, I had no fucking clue what the fuck I was doing. Free content as well, and then also sales funnels. Like I just come across sales funnels at that point through Russell Brunson and a couple of his books behind me just there. And I was like, fuck, this is the best thing since sliced bread. Now, obviously, I understand every online business has sales funnels, believe it or not. But I just learned about them then. So my reflection on the business side of stuff is it's just crazy to see how far my education and knowledge of online business and entrepreneurship as a whole has come in 12 months. Yeah, let's just say that. There's not much else to say because I did shut down the business a month in. Now, moving on to personal brand. So my goals were, three of them were input focused, which is not ideal. So my 2025 goals, by the way, I've set as more output focused, focusing on tangible numbers, and then I'll create systems and inputs to do, which will then help me get those numbers. But anyway, going back to this. So it was upload 100 videos. I fucking smashed that out the park. Upload 300 reels. Smash that out the park as well, because between like Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, like uploaded a fucking fair bit for a one-man show here. Reached 1,000 subscribers, only at like 470, I believe. So we're a little bit off the mark. I've done a little bit of reflection on that, and I think simply it's just because my content isn't good enough. Content isn't good enough, and then there was inconsistency around like June, July, August, because sales was getting full on at that point in time, and with soccer as well. So my time was pretty, let's say, scarce. So with maybe like 3 months of more consistency, better content, more educational, more planning that went into it, I probably would have been closer to that 1,000. So that's something to change this year into 2025 to make sure we hit our goals for subscribers wise. And then the fourth one was use personal Instagram, so my actual personal Instagram, to start posting lifestyle content to attract organic attention from my current social circle and also a new audience to build an info product business after 2024. Okay, so 12 months ago, that was my goal. I went over to Southeast Asia during this year and I started to do that. So I started to use my personal Instagram, which is growing quite well actually over the last month or two, and started to do that. So well and truly did that. The reason that was a goal for me is because I had such a limiting belief about posting on my own Instagram, and my current social circle and current people that I know in Adelaide seeing it and going, what the fuck is this guy doing? Now I don't really give a fuck. The stuff I post is cringe, and they'll make comments and I don't really give a shit because the people who watch it want to pay me money, which is what that matters. But yeah, so personal brand wise, I didn't hit the 1,000 subscribers, but I did the inputs, overcome a lot of limiting beliefs which were attached and associated to having a personal brand, and that was a massive win. Now moving on to education, some weird goals: become competent in building sales funnels, become an expert in social media advertising, and become a competent salesperson. I wouldn't say I'm competent in building sales funnels. I understand them, and I know if I wanted to build one, I would just pay someone or find someone who's already done it, like a mentor who's had an education company or build sales funnels, and just copy it and and funnel hack him. I wouldn't actually go out there and build one of my own, but I understand them, VSLs, webinars, etc., etc. I understand them, so I'm giving it a green tick. Expert in social media advertising, not an expert, but that's because I stopped my business and stopped running ads, like I was at that point in time. But once again, as a result of working in remote sales, I understand social media advertising, copywriting, sales to many, which is just what marketing is. So yeah, quite comfortable with that area as well. And once again, when I do start running ads to my own company, I will just have a mentor or media buyers or outsource it and pay people for better than me. And then the last one was become a competent salesperson. Now, I've sold, I'd be coming up on $1 million, or maybe over $1 million at this point in time, in sales. So I think I'm competent, let's say. I think I'm pretty good at sales now. I'm closing at like 50 to 60% right now with my current offer on a $10,000 offer, which is pretty good close rate for a $10,000 offer. The offer is pretty not lay down, but the offer makes sense. So it's risk-free for the prospects, but it's a really good offer to sell. But still, my point is, I think I'm competent at sales at this point in time. And then the other thing was read 20 books, 30 pages per day, 5 days per week on business and self-development. I didn't do that. The reason why, firstly, because I was lazy with it, to be honest. But then also as well, I did find this year a lot better source of education was through mentorship and actually online courses and education. Like, books are great, and I read not every single day, that's a lie. I read most days, let's say. As you can see behind me, there's a bunch of books. But I've found that actually having mentors and spending a lot more money on education means I actually implement it properly. Because like, I read all these books and like all the financial literacy stuff I implement. The online business stuff I implement, and like I implement it, but not to the same level as spending $5,000, $6,000, $10,000, $12,000 on mentorships. And like, if I learn something in a $15 book versus something I paid $6,000 to learn from a mentor, I'm more likely to implement this because I spent a fuck ton more money. So yeah, I didn't hit the reading goal, but I still educated myself more in other areas, which I found better than books. Make sense? I hope it does. Now, network. So create personal and business relationships with a minimum of 10 people, which can pay dividends in the future through education or money or business or whatever the fuck it is you want to call it. Well, guess what? I'm part of a entrepreneurship network group called the New Elite through Jack Hopkins, and there's a lot of guys that I met through there who are all in business, living through Asia, Dubai, Australia, and I made a lot of connections and leveled up a lot just as a result of having dinner with these guys, fighting, training. So yeah, definitely tick that one off, which was awesome because from where I'm from in Adelaide, there is not too many people here that are involved in entrepreneurship besides, like, I'm quite lucky I have like 4 people who I'm close with who are involved with it. But outside of that, there's not too many. So meeting a lot of young guys, I'm like at 20s to 30s, who are in business throughout Asia, Dubai, making money online. Like, that was it was sick. It was sick and helped me level up a lot and overcome a lot of limiting beliefs. Next was travel. So I had to spend a minimum of 2 months overseas running Alivo remotely. Alivo was my digital marketing company, rest in peace. And then the second one was start to experience a digital nomad lifestyle, which opens our mindset to what is possible for the future lifestyle-wise and actually understanding what type of life I did want to live. Now, I didn't run Alivo remotely because I shut it down, but I did work as a remote sales rep remotely over the 2 months I was overseas, 2.5 months I was overseas. So well and truly ticked that off, and then well and truly ticked off the digital nomad lifestyle, and well and truly opened my mind to actually what is possible, overcome a lot of limiting beliefs, and actually understood what I want for my future and where I want to be based. Because believe it or not, I don't really want to be based in Adelaide. No offense to people from Adelaide, but it's a bit of a fucking shithole for entrepreneurship and being around good, well, not bad people, but entrepreneurs, let's say, which are the people I want to be around. So yeah, I know where I want to be based in the future. I have a better idea of it and the lifestyle I want to live, which can definitely say I tick those two off. Then the last two were around gym and football, which I ticked off the gym stuff. Football stuff, I didn't tick off 3 of them, but I did tick off a fair few of them. I won a few trophies, individual trophies this year. My goal was to win 5 individual trophies, and I won 3. So, yeah, football and entrepreneurship are separate though, so I don't want to talk about that here. But yeah, that's pretty much my 2024 summed up. I hit a lot of goals. A lot of them were more input focused. I don't know why I set those type of goals, but I did. So obviously I do the work, so it's very, very easily to hit them. But 2025, I have set goals that are more output focused. So for example, like income, amount of subscribers, amount of views, business income as well, because believe it or not, I may be starting a business. More tangible outcome focused goals. And then I'm going to obviously have systems in my life and non-negotiable habits that I already implement on a day-to-day basis, and I'll make sure I keep implementing in 2025 to make sure I hit those goals as a result. So yeah, upon reflection, 2024, pretty successful year. Made some good money, made money online, experienced freedom, started building a really good organic social media following, which is going to help with my business in the future. And yeah, it was a tough year. It was a hard year, but we got it done. I learned a fuck ton. I went through a lot of discomfort. I went through a lot of suffering, let's say. Suffering, sitting at a desk, not making money. It wasn't really that hard, but it wasn't fun either. But yeah, solid year. So 2025, I'm excited. I've got some big goals, locations we want to go to that are exciting and inspiring. Some money I want to make, which is exciting and inspiring as well. And yeah, a product that I want to build, which helps a lot of fucking people and can change their life as well. Same way I've changed mine. So thank you 2024, I guess. And I look forward to 2025 and subscribe to be along for that. And if you were subscribed for 2024 and you actually watched along, I thank you as well for supporting me. And 2025 is going to be a fucking massive one. We've got some big things to do, some massive numbers to hit, some big places to go, and I cannot wait for all the highs and the lows that come with that. Ciao.